Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Good morning, or it's not really morning, maybe for 8 more minutes on the East Coast. It's 9:52 here in Austin. It's 10:52 in New York. Let's see what is going on with the market. You think I'll remember to share my screen? Who knows? All right, sorry about that. Let's do this. Let's share this darn screen. All right, I think I have it here. If any of my regulars are here, I'm looking for YouTube monitors. So I might make you one, or if you want to be one, let me know. What in the heck is going on with Alti? Come on, Alti, 488. You got to be kidding me. All right, well, let's start on something positive. Got to start it. Okay, well, there's the problem. Well, the SPY's barely up. It was up more, but it's been selling off this morning. Let's see. I'm going to make that window go away and make that window bigger. I just had that window open so I can appoint mods. All right, man. Here's my thought on the market. So it's the same thing I've been thinking. Either Bitcoin's too low or the market's too high. So, the market's still way above its trend line on on this time frame, or I guess on the other time frame too. But let's check this out. Here's Bitcoin's price on Coinbase, 105. Gosh darn it, what is going on? I've been busy doing other stuff all morning. But anyway, if Bitcoin loses this trend line, it goes back a long way. There's no way the market holds this trend line, or the market will at least test its trend line. I don't even know how to play this. I think I'm going to I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Let me know how you guys are going to play it, or if at all. If at all, you don't have to play it, of course. Hey, World Travel Adventures, what is going on? Appreciate you for being here, bud. Appreciate all 6 of you that are here. Thank you so much for being here. After watching all the shows about ULTI and KYLD, I decided to sell both of those positions in the pre-market and then roll that all to do it. Just so you didn't like something about ULTI and KYLD, which is fine. But I've been hearing a lot of opposite buzz about it. But maybe you're about those two, especially about KYLD, but maybe you're a contrarian or a maverick. The other thing is, if the market's as bad as it looks like to me, the health of the market looks terrible right now to me. I have a VIX over VIVIX indicator, which is pros versus Joes, and it's flashing warning signs. It's not on the danger sign yet, but it's definitely in the yellow territory. I don't like when risk assets like Bitcoin are not leading on the way up. I don't like that, especially since a lot of the high yield funds I invest in are based on have Bitcoin stuff. But anyway, World Travel Ventures, I'll say this: with Bitcoin being back, ET2 being down, you're buying the dip in Bitcoin. I like that. I do like that. And I guess you're selling the rip in ULTI and KYLD. I'm sorry those didn't work out for you. I hope you didn't get them just because I said I was getting them. But anyway, you're a maverick. Do your own thing. We all do our own thing. Hey, Rod, do you have any ULTI and KYLD? Do you mind telling us? I didn't watch your morning show. I was up late dealing with stuff, and I slept through the morning show. But I bet Rod likes KYLD and ULTI. All right, World Travel Adventures, you're playing it by loading up on everything. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Okay. I just need to keep the faith, right? I need to keep the faith. But right now I'm 30% cash, and then I have 11% in an inverse fund. So I'm pretty well positioned if something bad happens, but I'm gradually spending the cash. Maybe I'll buy some. The new Rex funds are coming out. That's a good point. Maybe I'll buy some Bitcoin today, and then, and hopefully if this is the dip in Bitcoin, that's fine. And then, but then if I'm wrong and the market pulls back, then, wait a couple of weeks and maybe get some more, whatever market stuff I like, YMAX, ULTY, blocks, LFGY, that kind of stuff. So anyway, you do not have it. Okay, Rod, I appreciate you for answering that question. Okay, well, there are improvements or there are variations of ULTY that I think, the managers at Rex and at Curve are looking at the ULTY criticism, and I think they made a fund that kind of that will do similar stuff, but maybe not do some of the stuff people are critical of. I don't know. I think that's the goal. We'll see. All right, so let's look here. Let's I have the screen shared. Oh yeah, let me make who else is in here? Anyway, I need some YouTube mods if anyone wants to. I have two right now. I have Marcus and Dan, but Dan's been working a lot lately. So anyway, if someone wants to volunteer to be a YouTube mod, I'll appoint you on. All right. So hey, let's check this out. Sorry to go on a rant there. Sorry to go on a rant there. Okay, so let's look at first thing I want to look at is this lightning spread thing. Let's see what the heck's going on here. We're 58% winners right now. We still have a 4 1,000ths edge. I don't know what a 1,000th is. It's a hundredth of a bip, small bip, a beep. I don't know if there's something they call thousandths. I know a hundredth is a bip. Anyway, basis point. All right. So, but let's just forget about that and let's go to the bottom line here. 581 to 595. So it looks like, let me get the chart up. I just want to see if the chart's right. Yeah, 580. Okay. So it looks like the Q's pulled back ahead, but I mean, this is darn close and it pays twice a week. And there's been times QLDY has been ahead of the Q's. So, I mean, anyway, I really like this one. Maybe I should add some more to this one after a pullback. But this is one of my broader market ones that I probably wait for a dip. But as far as the Bitcoin ones, like even blocks, it might be a good time to buy the dip. I don't know. So here's the thing about blocks, though. Check this out. Blocks was up like 2.2% today, and that's despite all this Bitcoin stuff being down. Well, it opened up. Now it's down. Okay, well, that makes sense. But I bet it really wasn't up 2.2, was it? I guess maybe it had a big open. Hang on here. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could have been up 2.2%. It looks like it opened up here. Well, anyway, all right. So let's look at some other stuff. Let's look at the index buffer report. See what's going on in index land. The SPY, I mean, when you don't see a red line, it means the SPY is basically unchanged. It's down 1 basis point. I have a feeling it's going to be down more pretty soon, but right now it's down 1 basis point. But I don't know. I mean, NASDAQ's still holding on to a 1/4 point gain. So, all right. So the worst performing SPY one is always feed and 5e, but lots of times it's the best performing. It just depends on which way the market's going. So, but the best performing SPY one is FIRS. The fire branded fund, I guess. I thought that was closing down, but maybe that was FIRI. There's 2 fire branded funds. Maybe I misunderstood and they're closing one of them down. Right. All right. Well, that's not right. That Q up's not up that much. I don't know what's going on with that. But is YMAG really up one? Yeah, it is because of Tesla, right? Tesla's on fire today. Let's go back and look at the chart. Or actually, we'll check it out here. Let's go to the yield max buffer report. Yeah, Tesla's up 3.36. Tesla's up 2.5. See why I like that lightning spread. The lightning spread hangs right with the parent on an up day. I mean, but I mean, whereas these yield max funds do a good job at uncapping part of the upside. They used to get about half the upside. Now they get 75, 80% lots of times, but they aren't getting 100% like the lightning spread. How long before a manager comes out with the single stock lightning spread? That you could easily do that. And it may be a hot mess, though. Maybe single stocks are too volatile. You may not want to do that because the lightning doesn't give you the downside cushion. So it may not be a smart idea. Maybe that doesn't back test well, and that's why they haven't come out with it yet. Who knows? All right. Well, back to the index buffer, and then we're going to look at the max factor really quick, and then I'll take questions, and I'll let you guys go, get back to trading. I'm trying. This won't be a long one today. Boy, these are getting hit. Well, yeah, ULTY, go figure. But to be fair, YMAX is down almost as much. LFGY is down almost as much, about 2/3 as much. Blocks is down almost as much. And this breaks our rules of the normal relationship. Generally, blocks leads on the way down. We'll see what happens by the end of the day, but blocks also leads on the way up. So anyway, all right, well, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, so short-term max factor. So this is just a real quick recap for anyone that didn't see the show last night. And speaking of Tesla, if these are based on Friday's close, I didn't refresh this morning, but it's still going to be close. TSLP is killing it. Just look at the Tesla surrogates. This is as of Friday, and this is a 3-month snapshot, and it's one metric. So, you do your own judgment. But TSLW, they great fund and stuff. They're getting 44% yield. Okay. And 23% NAV return. That's great. Well, look at TSLY. It's getting more than twice the yield. It's getting 1.1. I mean, twice the yield plus another 10%. So the relationship ought to be, if life were fair, ought to be the same with on an inverse relationship with the NAV return. But actually, Tesla has a little bit better NAV return considering the yield. Believe it or not, been killing it. But anyway, then we have TS2. So, this thing's getting 40% yield, 32% NAV return. That's really good. So, but then you just compare TS2 and TSLP. Look, TSLP is getting 10% less yield, but they aren't getting 10% less NAV actually, they aren't getting 10. They should be getting 10% more NAV return. Well, anyway, TSLP is not very volatile. I'm surprised TS2. I think TS2 is getting ready to go to the top just by eyeballing it. But anyway, those are the good ones in Tesla. I mean, any of them would work. I mean, you don't get to the top 10 of the max factor by not. I mean, look at all these. The NAV return on all of these that are in the top 10 are excellent. This NAV return excludes dividends, and it's just for a quarter. So, I mean, TSLW, it's up 23% NAV only on the quarter. I mean, that's incredible. But I mean, TS2 and TSLP said, hold my beer. So anyway, it changes all the time. We'll keep an eye on that. So some of the other good ones are Goop, GUI, Chippy, AMDW, et cetera, et cetera. Then we have the long-term max factor for the little bit longer-term outlook. Palty, Snowy, TSLP, TSLY. Now, TSLW and TS2 haven't been around long enough to be considered on the long-term max factor. Anyway, then we have Goop, AMD, GUI, iGold, and Bavo. I'm thinking about getting some K gold today. In fact, I am going to get some K gold. I'm going to get some K gold today and maybe buy the dip in Bitcoin somehow or something. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Appreciate you being here as usual. Wait for blocks to drop more. Yeah, I hear you. Good call. Good call. All right, here I'm going to go over to YouTube and make sure that Mark's a mod. I think he is, but I just want to make sure that he has a little wrench next to his name, but you have to do that but Mark's always here and he has very good judgment. He takes no crap off anybody. So he'd be a perfect mod. Anyway, I'm trying to do that while I'm talking. I can't believe there's not a way to do it from within StreamYard. And this is a pain. I'm sorry. I know this isn't very engaging, but if I don't do it by the end of the show, then I can't make them one till the next time. So, but anyway, sorry about that. But I think he's a mod, but this freaking YouTube app sucks. I opened it in the app today. There's Mark. Hey, no, Mark's not a mod. All right, hang on here. Mark, you're now a mod. I thought Mark was a mod, but he needs to be one. You're a managing mod, Mark. You take no crap, and Marcus is also a managing mod. All right, and then I have a standard mod too. I forget who it was, but somebody else that's good. All right, guys, that's all for that. Sorry about that. You finally escaped Robinhood. Yeah, that was a nightmare story. What happened? Yeah, that was a nightmare story. Hey, Mike, how are you doing there? How are things in the Philippines over there? All right. So what else did I say we're going to do? Look at the max factor. I don't think the crypto or the terrific trio is working right now. I'm trying to turn the terrific trio um, into the Fantastic Five, but it was I hit a snag and I think it broke the whole thing. But let's see here real quick. It may not have. I think the original trio is still working, but it didn't put the KYLD and ULTI positions in here. ULTI has some kind of weird download link where I can't get it to download automatically. Anyway. All right. Well, this is in here. So here's blocks. This is cool. Yeah, gosh darn it, blocks down 1% now. It's dropping as we talk, but it's following Bitcoin. You can't have these stocks and have Bitcoin doing like it's doing and be expecting to do well. Even TSM, which isn't in the Bitcoin business, is indirectly in the Bitcoin business, but they're up a little bit too. NVIDIA is indirectly in that business. But Coinbase, and Bitmine Immersion, that's, down 8%. Good job, Tom Lee. Good job, Tom Lee. What are you doing here? And of course, Ethereum's down. Everything's down here. So, okay. So that's blocks. Let's look at LFGY real quick. But I really don't have anything after this. And unless you guys have a question, I'm going to let you guys go. And I'll go get the Fantastic Five working by the end of the day. So here's Alti. Now, this is going to be ugly, but let's just see what's going on. See what's hurting us. Yeah, down 1.5. Anyway, that's how it goes. Average stock's down 1.7, but yeah, it's catching 90% of the downside. Bad job, Alti. Bad job today. Rigetti's getting nailed. Bitmine Immersion, SMR. Like SMR is not in the Bitcoin business, but doesn't a bunch of their future have to do with the future of Bitcoin? LCID down, Lucid, quantum computing's getting hit. Coinbase, of course, I already spoke about. SoundHound's getting hit. Anyway, let's see if KYLD works. Well, it kind of works. Or does it? Okay, yeah. No, that's still blocks. Anyway, I'll get KYLD and ULTI working by the end of the day. So, like I say, you guys may be excused. I'm just going to look for questions and make sure I didn't miss anything. Add you retire? Yeah, I'd love to add you. I'd love to make you I just didn't know if you had time, but you're in here a bunch. You'd be a great mod. You take no crap either. You, Mark, and Marcus, I think, could handle it. And I have somebody else, I think, Scramble Anything, or one of my other buddies from Discord. He's a mod also. Somebody that was there and helped me out last night. Maybe finding serendipity or anyway. But yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I'll let you guys go unless I come back and see a question. Unless I come back and see, look at that month I had. Can you believe that? And then I didn't get paid the month before because I didn't meet the minimum. I only made $97. So this is the biggest paycheck. It's going to be for 2 months, but I haven't made this much money since last November and December. I made $300 or $400 a couple of months in a row. Anyway, that's all thanks to you guys. You guys have been giving me great advice about trying to make my content better, and you don't know how much I appreciate it. Let me mod retire before he leaves and goes somewhere. Even if he does leave and go somewhere, I'll mod him next time. I'll mod him next time. I just didn't want to do that because I didn't know if he would have the time, but he's in here a bunch, so I would love to mod him. Okay, retired. You are a managing mod also. You got it, retire. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to shut this app. This app sucks. I'm going to go look. Man, ETF Inspector is a freaking hoss. This guy is so smart and so good at what he does. I rarely miss any of his content. He's so organized and serious. I can't tell you how much I like ETF Inspector. I have a feeling you guys do as well. All right. Well, so let's, I don't know what you're talking about on the new Rex funds coming out though. ULTI came out. Are they coming out with some new single stock funds or something? Get it. You got it, retire. You are the mod. Look at that. We'll put the wrench on the screen. There's not going to be any funny business going on in here anymore. We got Mark and Retire and Marcus on the job, and Dan. I mean, Dan's in here a lot too. He's just been working. I think he must have been working a lot lately. But Dan's also fits those same qualifications. All right, guy. Yeah, behave. There's 2 Marks as mods. You don't want to cross Mark. You don't want to cross the Mark for sure. Not the 2 Marks I know. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. You guys have a great day. And for the people that were here last night, thanks for all the help. I don't think it was any of you guys, but my night crew jumped in and got over. And I had a little issue last night. But anyway, the night crew got on top of it, and everything's fine. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day. I will talk to you later.